Hello there! My name is PonyGamer9999, also known as Wild Blossom, also known as Mod Wild. And today I'm doing a speed paint for Warriors Rebound. This is actually a redraw of a drawing I did over a year ago, maybe? And I decided it was time to update it, and it looks nothing like the original picture at all. I might put it up on screen to show you the differences. Also in advance, sorry if I sound a little nasally, I have allergies right now. So, what is Warriors Rebound? If you're seeing this from the Tumblr side of things, you already know because I'm uploading this to the Tumblr of Warriors Rebound, but if you're from YouTube, Warriors Rebound is a Warriors AU. Me and another creator, Cats Gamers, or Dawn Storm, or Mod Dawn, are working together to make Warriors Rebound a rewrite sort of version of the Warriors Cat series. It's not a complete rewrite, as we are not writing complete chapters for it, more comics answering questions and short little character interactions, but it also strays from different Warriors AUs in the fact that it is not just one AU. It is a jumble mesh, just kind of 20 AUs that we decided to mash together and see how it ran. So far, it looks like a jangly lip. So in this video, I'm going to be just talking about some basic small changes that we've done, since I want to go more in depth to some of the bigger changes we've done. For example, in the front of the picture, you will see two spirit cats in front of our little, it's Firepaw, but he has a different name, which I will get onto, and that is Pine Star and Goosefeather. And I'll be doing a video going more in depth for why I did this change and why they are there in another video, or a speed paint. So the first minor change I'm going to go over is the name changes. Me and Dawn have changed a couple of the names in the series, and I'm going to be giving some of the reasons for why we have changed them. First up on the list, we have Firestar. Firestar is not named Firestar. He has been christened Cedarpaw. Cedar Kit, Cedarpaw, and eventually he goes by the warrior name Cedar Song. Why did I change this? Well, in Rebound, Cedarpaw is the grandchild of Pine Star, which is unknown to the clans, but he is brought into the clan at 3 months old when he is almost hit by a monster from Tall Pines, and Lionheart saves him from a truck. He's brought into the clan and healed, and Lionheart manages to convince Bluestar to let him in. Lionheart names him Cedarpaw because, and I haven't described this on the blog, but he names him because he reminds him of Pine Star, because Lion Kit was good friends with Pine Star before he left. I'll get back to why Lion Kit met Pine Star, not Lion Paw. Second name change, White Storm. White Storm is named Leopard Storm. The reason for this is, in the original series, I always thought Tiger Star, White Storm, and Lionheart were some of the 3 main senior warriors of the camp. They worked together, they were always in a trio, they always seemed to mesh together. And me, when I first read the books, when I was around 12, always thought that they were the same age. So when 13-year-old Wild picked up Bluestar's prophecy and learned that Lionheart was older, I was really disappointed. In Rebound, I made them the same age for this reason. And as such, I renamed White Storm Leopard Storm because now it's Lion, Tiger, and Leopard, the 3 big cats in the Legends of the Warrior series, which I think is hilarious. So that's a reason for Leopard Storm's big change. It's also the reason why Lion Kit was friends with Pine Star and not Lion Paw, because Lion Kit is now younger. Another name that I have not gone over, but Bluestar and Snowfur's names are actually changed in this series to Blue Dusk and Snowflower. The reason for this is I have also changed Moonflower, their mother's name, to Duskflower, the original name they were going to give her in the series. I didn't do this for the traditional naming thing because it doesn't actually exist. I did this because I find Duskflower a really, really pretty name. So, to honor her mother, I made Pine Star... Yes, Pine Star named them. Pine Star or Sunstar named Bluepaw Blue Dusk and Snowpaw Snowflower in honor of their mother. So that's sick. Another small change is I changed away who gets what apprentice. Tiger Claw now gets Cedarpaw as an apprentice. I'll go more in depth to that change as well, because it's the first change I ever made. Leopard Storm gets Ravenpaw instead of Sandpaw. Sandpaw gets Bluestar instead of Bluestar getting Firepaw. Redtail still gets Dustpaw, and Lionheart still gets Greypaw. and Dustpaw does eventually still get Darkstripe. The reason I changed this is because I like Tiger Claw and Cedar Paw's interactions. I like Tiger Claw and Fire Paw's interactions, and I wanted to see what I could do with putting them together. Their dynamic does change the way the story ends between those two, which I'll go more in depth in other comics, but I still like the idea of Tiger Claw and Cedar Paw arguing at every turn in their dynamic. Leopard Storm got Raven Paw because, yet again, I thought that White Storm, Lionheart, and Tiger Claw being the main three senior warriors was really cool, and I thought it was a wasted opportunity to give the main three, the senior trio, to the little trio of Raven, Gray, and Cedar, Fire. Raven's Gray and Fire in books, so I changed that because I find the dynamics between the older three and the younger three really close. Sandpaw I gave to Blue Star because Blue Star, it's mentioned in the first book by Gray Paw that Blue Star only takes apprentices who she thinks can be leader. Which is funny because that technically means Phosphor should be a leader. Don't at me. But so Sandpaw gets Blue Star because Sandpaw, I think, would be a really, really good leader. She doesn't become leader in this, but neither does Firestar. But I'm not revealing who becomes leaders of the Underclan in the end yet. We're still in the first book, people. Please be patient. Another change, as a result of Cedar Paw coming to this clan's younger, the queens take care of him until he's apprentice age, which strengthens the bond between clanmates and Cedar Paw. The connections between clanmates has almost faded into nothingness in the later books. I can't say anything about the Broken Code since I haven't read any of those books yet. I'm getting on it. But from what I've heard, no one really talks to random cats unless there is a plot reason, which I think is stupid. So mine and Dawn's goal with the series is to strengthen clanmates and put more connections and feelings into it, so that when someone, say a cat eventually betrays or dies, it actually means something. You feel something from it, which I think the books really lack. Instead of Spotterleaf being Cedar Paw's guide, coming into his dreams, studying in prophecies and stuff, Redtail takes her place. Redtail follows Cedar Paw around, guides him, leads him around, and tries to help him solve his death, because Redtail does not die like he does in the book. He's not murdered by Tiger Claw, but he has suspicions about his death, and he wants to get to the bottom of it, and he thinks Cedar Paw has the answer. So he runs around with Cedar Paw, and Cedar Paw tries his damnedest to try and get down to the bottom of why Redtail might think there's something behind his death. I'll go more in depth into that one in another video as well. Some other changes: Thrushpelt as well as Rosetail live a lot longer than they did in the books, and there is and the reason for this is Rosetail was unceremoniously killed in the first book. She was not in the allegiances. That is massively unfair, and she was a really, really sweet cat in Blue Star's Prophecy that I loved, so I think she deserved just to live a little bit longer than she did. And Thrushpelt also not only unceremoniously killed in a sentence in the Blue Star's Prophecy, which, for what a character he was, I feel was massively, just a big dick move on the Aaron's move, because I loved Thrushpelt. Many people have mentioned that he's like the anti-Ashfur, and I agree with that. I love Thrushpelt. So, he lives a lot longer, he has more plot-worthy things in the story. He's a lot closer to Blue Star. Blue Star trusts him. He's easily the most senior warrior and one of her Blue Star's most trusted warriors next to Redtail, until he dies. Another change: Ravenpaw does not become a loner. Ravenpaw becomes a medicine cat under the apprenticeship of Yellowfang. I'll go more in depth in that, but for those of you who might be worried about Ravenpaw and Barley, don't be. As a result of Ravenpaw and Yellowfang, Cinderpaw actually does not become a apprentice. I'll go more in depth and actually draw a comic about that, but Cinderpaw does not become a medicine cat apprentice in Rebound. And to end off some of the minor changes, Lionheart doesn't die. This is one of the bigger ones. I haven't gone in depth in this one, either on Tumblr or off, so I'm saving this one. But Lionheart doesn't die, and not only that, I also didn't mention Lionheart does not become deputy. Someone else does. Someone takes Lionheart's place, which people on Tumblr will know, but I never mentioned that the cat who dies instead of Lionheart also takes his place as deputy. Lionheart never becomes deputy, therefore he survives longer. I really want the older trio, to live longer than they did in the books, at least for a little bit. I love the older trio, and with Rebound giving me a chance to move POV characters, not having to center on Cedar Paw, I really want the older warriors to have a more mature overlook of the clan. So that'll about wrap up all the minor changes. I'm really excited to get more in depth with character analyses, sure, character analysis, AU talks, ideas, Q&As, other speed paints, just talking about this AU because I love this AU with the bottom of my heart. Dawn Storm is also going to be doing videos probably. I'll convince them. I really want Dawn Storm to convince to see if they will do a talk on Thistleclaw. Thistleclaw is a cat we've talked about, they've been talking a lot about on the blog, and I think it'd be interesting if they did a in-depth video on a character, a really in-depth talk of a character studies. Character studies are another thing I want to do. Character studies, AU talks, just talking because I love this AU. And I also think talking about how some ideals will work. I want to do a talk about how the clans think of kitty pets, because I think that's an interesting talk for me to do, because I change how kitty pets talk and how the clan reacts to kitty pets, and just go in depth. I would love to see Dawn do a video on the Dark Forest, because they have a lot of ideas on that. Star Clan, just belief systems, going more in depth and really fleshing out the AU on something we can't do in writing but could do in voice. I think that'd be really cool. So if you like that idea, I'd love to know your ideas in the comments or applying on the blog, and I'd love to see how you like it. I'll link to the Tumblr and the YouTube video so you can see what posts I've made and the comics we've done. And if you enjoyed this, like the video. If you want to see more, subscribe, because I am planning more videos about this AU in the future, and I will see you in the next video.